Kia ora boys and girls, welcome back to the channel. So we're back with Chapter 3 Map 2 in Clash of Champions. This month is Cavalier Event Quest, it's the final map, and we're going against this new character. I don't know who it is, but this map is a Mystic only map, and so I've brought Dr. Doom pretty much to clear the whole lane, and a whole bunch of mutants because this new character, I don't even know who they are, they look very Wraith-like. Is a skill that's resistant to crits. It's got empowered immunity, so obviously she's immune. She or he, looks like a she, is immune to something. So I've brought in a gamut of people. We've got Degen, we've got Shock, we've got Incinerate, we've got Bleed, we've got Heal Block, we've got Neurotoxins. Yeah, so what we're going to do is that we're going to clear the lane and then we'll meet back up at the boss to see what happens. I'll see you there. All right, so here we are at the boss, and yeah, pretty much Doom did clear that lane all by himself, solo. So the boss is the Jabari Panther, and Jabari Panther has crit resist, special burst lockdown. So whenever we activate a special attack, he's afflicted with a heal block and armor break, lasting 15 seconds. Mighty charge. So every time they dash at us, they purify all the debuffs and become immune. If they get something they're immune to, they gain a third of a bar of power. They have precision, so they are a hero. Let's have a look at the abilities. Chosen of Gekra. So duration of the hunt's increased by 3 seconds. Jabari Panther will gain the Huntress charge while the hunt is active. She gains a counterpunch charge. Counterpunch is spent to gain an unstoppable when blocking an attack. All attacks given on stacking cleanse passive. When a champion with cleanse is inflicted with the debuff, is immediately purified and cleansed. Fighting as a defender, if Jabari Panther purifies a stun debuff, the ability goes on cooldown. Critical hits inflict a bleed that does quite significant amount of damage. She's got the Huntress, so stalks her opponents no matter where they run and hide. Gains 1 Huntress charge when attacking a stunned or ensnared opponent. 3 charges whenever they purify a debuff, and when the opponent evades or causes an attack to miss. After getting any charges, no more can be gained for 1.25 seconds, but they lose 2 charges every time the opponent gains a prowess buff or passive. So once Jabari has at least 10 charges, she removes them and hunt the opponents for 9 seconds. And she can't get any more Huntress charges. When it's on, the Panther becomes stun immune and gains a precision buff that does a lot of crit. Also, you can't evade, you can't dex, you can't cause them to miss. So basically, she gets you locked down. And whenever she purifies a debuff or the opponent fails to miss or evade, you pause the hunt and all the fury buffs for 2 seconds. Inflicting a bleed, pauses all bleed debuffs. Heavy attacks, if the hunt is active, has a 50% chance to inflict another bleed, so you probably want someone bleed immune here as well. Activating any special attack and the hunt within 1 second of each other grants a non-stacking fury buff, increasing attack rating by a lot for 9 seconds. SP1 ensnares the opponent, reducing their ability, accuracy, and evade. SP2 pauses the hunt. SP3, next time the hunt activates, the opponent is also stunned for 4.5 seconds, and 3 permanent Huntress charges that are not removed when the hunt triggers, up to a maximum of 6. So she's pretty much like a just all-out offensive weapon. Not immune to anything though. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to go in with my favorite Archangel and see if we can't do some damage. Let's have a look at what SP2 looks like. Okay, cool. So SP2 is pretty easy to evade by the looks. SP1, not so much. Right, so she's kind of not very good with the... We're not going to be very good with like stun heavy, so we probably want someone like Omega. Maybe Domino would have been good actually with that limber thing. And I can't figure out if she is bleed immune or she does become bleed immune or what her deal is there. But we figured out how to evade her SP1 at least. And we can try to push this to the SP2 because that's pretty easy to evade. Not if you're too close to her, but it should be. Alright. Hero, offensive, damage over time. So let's just quickly read through some of that stuff again. Can inflict the debuff. Okay. Let's see if we can get in Colossus. Colossus might be quite useful against her. He's bleed immune. And he's pretty high armor. You know who else would be good against her actually? Man-Thing, because she can't crit against him. But the trickiest thing actually is the fact that, you know, she can... The trickiest thing is that you can't really stun her, so you kind of have to play her pretty much stun immune. For the most part. Yeah. Push to the SP2. Oh. Evade that. Oh, and of course she's got those precision charges, which makes... So you have to be really, really aggressive, because those... Yeah, right, okay, that's interesting. So as the precision goes up, because it's on a timer, she gains more and more crit. So you have to actually be really, really, really aggressive. Otherwise, she's going to do a ton of damage to you. So we're going to bring in an R2 Magneto here. But he doesn't have the metal advantage. But at least we're going to keep her locked down. Oh, that was pretty nasty. Damn, probably shouldn't have done that. Okay, man, she's kind of clearing out my team. I have to really think about who to bring in here. So we're just gonna try with Doom. And the other thing is she shakes stuff off, shakes debuffs off like really, really, really quickly. So it's kind of doesn't really help. But at least we can get in with that passive. Alright. I guess that worked out alright. So we might try to throw an Incinerate against her. Yeah, she can take Incinerate damage. And now she's got that Huntress crap on. So I gotta try to get the precision debuffs off her. Okay, there we go. So now she's manageable again. So yeah, Doom's not doing too terrible against her, to be honest. And I think once we figure out her specials and can evade them consistently, we just need to figure out a way to kind of damage her. The SP2 is pretty easy to evade. The SP1, yeah, it's a bit hit and miss. But I don't fully understand her mechanics just yet. especially is she immune to the stuff or is she shaken off debuffs? So I have to look into that a little bit. But I'm sure there are other good options as well against her. But you know, still able to clear it without using revives or pots, so that's not too bad. Hopefully this at least helps you out a little bit if you are struggling with her. And as always, if it did help, give us a thumbs up or leave a comment below. And if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, do. It really does help a lot. Helps us bring more videos like this. And do share it with your friends and your alliance. And we will see you in the next one. Kakite no bros and girls.